Okay, seems like a lot of information here, but let's think about it logically. One thing at a time. X, y is greater than 0. Okay, so that means we have a case where they're both positive and they're both negative. Okay, here, x minus 2, the term x minus 2 times term y plus 1 is negative. So, one of them needs to be positive and one of them needs to be negative. Okay, so if we go through the cases where x and y are both positive, okay, let's think about which one of these needs to be the positive and which one needs to be the negative. Well, if y is positive, for instance, y plus 1 will for sure be positive because it's a positive plus 1. So that means y plus 1 is your positive term that's greater than 0. And x minus 2 is your negative term, right? Because one of these needs to be positive and one of these needs to be negative. X minus 2 is your negative term, so that's less than 0. So from that we get x is less than 2, y is greater than negative 1. Okay, cool. Now let's go through the case where x and y are both negative. What does that mean about these? Okay, which one is the positive and which one is the negative? Well, that would mean something kind of similar. That means that which one's the negative one? Well, it's got to be x minus 2 because the negative minus 2 has to be negative. A negative number minus 2 is even more negative. So that means x minus 2 is negative and y plus 1 is positive because one of these needs to be positive and one of these needs to be negative. Okay, so very similar. We get x is less than 2, y is greater than negative 1. Same thing, so it's really not that bad. Okay, so what is this going to tell us? There's a lot of fluff in these answer choices, but let's kind of look through them. X is less than or equal to 1. Well, we know it has to be less than or equal to 2. I don't know about that. Y is greater than or equal to 0. Well, not necessarily. It's just greater than or equal to negative 1. C, I'm not sure about. D, what's going on there? Well, whenever you see this should give off alarm bells. A minus B equals negative, parentheses, B minus A. And this is similar to like when they tell you what's this, like the square root of absolute value x minus 2 squared. Well, that can equal like x minus 2 if that's a positive case, and that can equal x or 2 minus x in the negative case. So when you see this equals this, that means that x minus 2 is negative. Okay, because it equals like the negative case of it. So what do we know? X minus 2 is negative. Yeah, that's what we got in both situations. X minus 2 has to be the negative one. That's our one.